Okay, Happy New Year, everyone. So let's do a quick sound check. Make sure great. All right. So okay, Bob, Gina. Yep. All right. So you're looking at a template called the 5 p.m. trading if you're on Pound Aussie or some of the evening styles. Okay, because I suppose over the last decade, one of the most frequently asked questions that I get asked is what's the best time to trade? So over the Christmas New Year period, I put together what I call the 5 p.m. trading template. Okay. Once again, we're still using our orange line above or below the river center line. Okay. This template only serves one purpose, and the time and candle and chart time is the H1. Okay. During daylight savings, it's 5 p.m. You get an orange vertical line, and you get a blue session box starting. Okay. As well as that, you do get a horizontal line, so it marks the open of the special candle. Okay, so you can see here the left handle of the candle that's marked by the vertical yellow line. That open price then translates across. And what we're looking at really specifically is a yes or no trade. You know, you turn up at the time, hopefully 10 to 5, quarter to 5, whatever. Give you time just in case your computer needs to reboot or something or update. Okay, what we're looking for is the open price to open in the same zone as the orange line. Okay, so let's go to a trade that meets criteria. Okay, so over here, we have a trade that meets criteria. Okay, you've got a vertical line, yellow vertical line, and the start of a blue box. Okay, so that signifies the block we're looking at, and orange line above river center line, and left-hand love handle open above the river center line. Windows 2 and 3 for a sell must be pink. Okay. Stop loss is preset. Pound Aussie, 50 pips, and we're looking for 100 pips take profit with a trailing stop of 35 pips. Okay, I know this may be hard to all remember, so I have prepared a sheet. I'm just swapping. Okay, so there is a PDF. It's called Daily H1 Chart Trading Opportunity. Step 1, to open the new candle marked by its vertical yellow line and start a blue box in window 1. Quest this to see if the trade entry criteria has been met. If yes, do step 2. Minimum criteria to confirm blue line setup. Left-hand love handle of candles below river center line. Orange lines below river center line. Windows 3 and 4 must have green shading. Yellow vertical line with blue box marking time. So it's basically just making sure that you're assessing the candle that this template is set for. Now, we're not interested in the other 23 candles. It's only that candle, because otherwise we'd be staying longer than one candle long, and we'd be actually not doing a very straightforward, is there a trade or no trade? Okay, so any immediate questions? Okay, I can see there's one. Let me just, okay, so step 2 is criteria has been met, place trade. Step 3, highlight the trade in your terminal box, left click, then select trailing stop, apply appropriate trade for your selected currency. Currency is best at this stage, best suited to this template. Pound Aussie, stop loss 50 pips, take profit 100, trailing stop 35. Pound New Zealand, 50, 100, trading US Swiss. Okay, once again, there's certain currency pairs that best fit, has a nice fit with this template and this time frame, and select it there, and there's a picture of it. Okay, so why would I bring something like this up? Well, if you only need 1 or 2 trades a week, and you don't want to go into grey areas, and you want to be able to turn up to a time and still achieve your minimum goals, then this gives you a time, and either there's a trade or there isn't. Obviously, for the trailing stop to work, you have to leave your computer on, and you would like it to be hooked up with your phone, because as soon as a trailing stop occurs, means you get an alert to say trailing stops kicked over, which tells you immediately that you're already 35 pips in profit. Then you can have a look, and if the chart suggests that your Riverbank's going to be hit before it hits 100 pips, and you want to go and just take 1 for 1, 50 pips, that's it. Hey, it doesn't matter. If you don't get there, trailing stop will kick in, profit's still locked in. Okay, so win-win. Okay, I'll have a look what the comment is, so we'll chat. Windows 3 and 4, or 2 or 3. Okay, so green and 3 and 4 for buy, 2 and 3 for a sell. Okay, so let's go back to our template and our chart. Okay, 2 and 3. It doesn't have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as in our AFPH trading, because it's not Fulcrum trading. This is really a very specific time that we're looking at. Okay, now one of the reasons why I did the 5 was because at 7 o'clock, which is the London Open, pretty much 80% of the trading world is looking for the London breakout. So to some extent, the market's been educated, like Pavlov's dog, to turn up at that time. Okay, so, and at the open of the London breakout, it can go, some pound pairs can actually go in the opposite direction of all the indicators, of what the indicators are indicating. Okay, so not always, but that's where everybody turns up. A lot of times our trade setups, when Asian markets closing and Europe and London's opening, there's not so many people gathered, but there's still enough of the trading community and the world to give us a very solid market. Okay, so I choose not to go where everybody else turns up. When they turn up, they just help feeding the trade I'm already in. That's the way I look at it. I may be wrong, but it's my template. And I'm putting it there as a choice if that suits your lifestyle, suits the way you would like to trade or would like to go and take it on. Okay, so over here, as you can see, orange lines cut across below the river center line. Really at that stage, we're only looking for buy trades. Yeah, so this follows where I left off towards the end of last year, where we're looking for our orange line to be a line in the sand. I'm in a trade, I'm not in a trade. Is this worth my while or not? You know, to save us getting into a grey area where we have to massage trade, talk ourselves into trade, etc. Okay, so either there is or there isn't. I'll let go. So this is a chart to help you let go. Either there's a trade or there isn't. So let's see. So this is a Monday, so 6th of January, because the 3rd is obviously Friday. So there's a in a 5-day period, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. In this particular week, we had criteria met, criteria met. Okay, so what do we mean criteria met? Left handle opened in a buy zone, orange line below river center line, windows 3 and 4 are green. Bonus that window 2 is, because it says then there's a strong momentum up, yeah? Green center line, once again, momentum up. So at the beginning of the week, we have 1 confirmed trade. Some weeks it might only be 1, some weeks it might be 4. On average, that'd be 2 to 3, okay? So this is our 2nd trade met criteria. And our 3rd one even met criteria, yeah? One of the things you'll see, there's no diamonds. Okay, there's no white lines joining high and lows, etc. This is a very, because we create the framework of our trades. So criteria is window 3 and 4, and window 2 is matching. Window 2 is, yep, window 2 is, yep, just a matching bonus, okay? And just gives additional support that there's momentum in that direction. Okay, so so continuing on with that week. Okay, so it's clearly the candle that we're looking at is clearly identified. It has several things that mark it: vertical orange line, yellow vertical yellow line, horizontal yellow line, and the blue FX session box. Help identify the beginning, well, basically identifying the candle and the session. Okay, so what this does is this is the 2 hours before the 7 o'clock candle. Okay, so the London session actually happens on the close. So that's why I gave it the blue box and brought the blue box there. So not only does that help bring together the 5 o'clock where we're entering for our daily opportunity, but should we not get a trade there, we can see where London open and if there's a trade presenting at the London Open. And then you can go back to your AFPH assessor and your session 15-minute report. Okay, so this is a standalone template. Okay, so we're looking for 2 for 1. The reason why is we have a fixed stop level and If we enter the trade and our stop levels hit, we lose 1 for 1, and we pick up a 2 for 1, which gives us a 1 for 1 ahead, yeah? So, because in any trading strategy, there will be a loss. Nothing says that we can't have a 100 sequence where we don't have a loss, but you have to allow for loss in any trading scheme to be realistic. Okay, so criteria met, criteria met, criteria met. Okay, orange line well clearly below, open below. Okay, so in this particular one, it went up 55 pips. Trailing stop would have kicked in here. And if you heard your phone and you went to look and thought, okay. And you can adjust your take profit to be at 50, or you can reduce your trailing stop. The choice is yours, or you could just close the trade at whatever time you turned up. Or, you know, if at that stage only 15 more pips, you might stay and close it when it went past the center line. Once again, what this would have done, the trading stop would have gone up to 35 pips, and then from there, each pip that goes above will bring it up. So if it went to 55 and then came back down, it would have locked in 20 pips of profit. Yep. So over here, criteria met. Yep. Criteria met. Okay. So as you can see, our orange line is quite strong in that when it's a buy or a sell, it didn't cross here and that. And over here, we had price going from buy to sell, etc. But once it crossed, our best trades, once again, it identify and matches our strategy. Okay, so over here, criteria not meant for a buy. Orange line's in a buy, open price wasn't. Once again, no entry. And over here, no entry, no entry, okay? So you can see clearly when there is an entry, when there isn't an entry. And if we average out for a whole month, it would average roughly between 2 and 3 trades a week, yeah? Some trades you're gonna get, some weeks you're gonna get quite a lot, you might even get 5, okay? So in this particular one, as it goes down, you can see we clearly had 3 to 4 out of 5 days where there's trading opportunities. Okay. So yeah, this particular template doesn't really care what you think. It's just saying what's there and whether you can enter or not. And if you can enter, there's very straight rules about what you have to do. I would expect, is there any questions? Yeah, no. So this is pound Aussie. Pound New Zealand. Okay. So once again, okay, so something like this. First thing we're really looking at, well, the two things, it's either, well, definitely the orange line has to be in the right zone, yeah? And then equally as important. The open price of especially marked candle, yeah? Okay. So over here you see a yellow line, and that's the beginning of the week, but you can see there's no blue box there. So that's not one of our daily entries. That's just the Monday. Doesn't happen any other time of the week, it's just the beginning of the week. So the candle we're looking at is clearly identified. So there's over here, you can see orange line above center. You're looking for a sell. Open price has to be in the sell zone. It is. Trade criteria met as long as windows 2 and 3 are pink. Yep. So yeah, it's a no nonsense specific trading strategy. So if we're trading 2.5%, we'd be looking for a 5% return. If we're looking the risk percentage 1%, we'd be looking for 2%. Yep. The other currency that does quite well on this is our pounds, US Swiss. Okay. So once again, we don't have any specific agenda. We just turn up, and what shows on the chart is what we assess. There's a trade, we enter. It doesn't say think about it. If you turned up and you've got that template, your intention was actually to place a trade if criteria is met. If it wasn't, the computer should have been closed. Okay. So once again, we're looking for a 20-40, 20 pip stop loss, 40 pip take profit, trading stop 15 pips. Okay. So just as I said, 5 p.m. Okay, we're not, and this is using the same template that we use for pound cross. Okay, question. Can you get back to PDF? I don't understand why a criteria for buy and sell is different to Windows 3. Okay, let's get back to okay, so just remember what Windows 2, 3, and 4 mean. Yeah, it means a linear weighted moving average above or below river center line. That's what it is. Okay. So when we have pink in 2, 3, and 4, that means all the moving averages are above the river center line with the orange line. So that's very strong. Yeah. But for our criteria to be met, we only need to have the 2 of them. Okay. So we would expect that we're going up. The first one that's going to turn pink is the one closer to the center line. When it's coming down, we'd expect the bottom one, which is closest to the center line, to go green. So as long as our other 2 are above the center line, criteria is met, yeah? So is that quite clear? Or would you like me to go and show you visually on the chart? It's really the same shading as you have your AFPH. Okay, so let me just go back to our FPS. Okay, I'll just go to the 8-hour report session. Remember over here? Yep. Okay. Okay, show and chart. Okay. So the lowest one is the last one to get green over here. Window 4 is actually this white line, and you can see it's below there. So if it's below, it's green. And if it's above, it's in the sell zone, so it's pink. Okay. So over here, all the lines below the river center line. And then the top one, because it's the closest center line, it goes above. Okay. So all windows 2, 3, and 4 are, instead of having all these moving averages on window 1, we're able to go and place them nice and neatly in windows 2, 3, and 4. Are you good with that? Yep. Okay, so okay. So yeah, so we're just looking for strong momentum in the direction. We're looking for 2 for 1 when the momentum's with us, and we allow for where the indicators, whether there's news or whatever effect that caused it, price to spike down, stop hunt or whatever. That's okay, because we'll pick it up on our 2 for 1 because we're looking for maximum momentum. Okay, so that's what this template's looking to do. So but yeah, we like it nice and tidy and visually, yeah, makes it quite clear what we're looking for. Okay. So once again, even okay, so over here, criteria was met yesterday. And we can see it spiked up here. So at 37 pips, our 35 pip trailing stop would have kicked in. And that, okay, so price may have kept going up. We can have a look at whether price kept up. what would have happened. But once again, our system's in place to, okay, so we can see over here, our entry was there. Our trading stop kicked in and price continued to go up. Okay, our trading stop would have gone up, price came down, and basically if it went up to 80, that means we would have locked in 45 pips. Yep, trading stop would have locked in 45 pips. So yeah, so the whole part of the, when we enter it, okay, so this template's not for 15-minute or anything else. I only brought it here just so we can see where price actually went to in our trade there. Okay, because it looks like around 8:15 or 8:30 there was some sort of news. Okay, so once again, the rules as to engagement and what you have to do is quite clear, yeah? So our expectation pretty much is that certainly I found yeah, both of them do kick on when there's strong momentum, and a lot of times we will actually get more than that. But yeah, main thing is when there's a trade, apply the rules and trade management that goes with that rules. Okay, so once again, we're looking here, 40 pips, 20 pips stop loss. Okay. Okay. That is that. Not to forget, obviously, when I created this template, the line in the sand was this orange line. So my rules are for myself when I'm doing my templates. If my line in the sand, orange line, is good enough for my template, any template that I use or it's going to be part of the tools of choice, then has to translate into the other templates. Otherwise, we can't, if there's no trades in this template and then I wanted to trade AFPH or Fulcrum trading, vertical trading, wouldn't be nice for me to go and see my orange line in a different position. Okay, so it's very important to keep the integrity of the templates, especially our main lines in the sand, which are orange lines. So this is my 2020 trading template. Okay, so here you can see it's been adjusted to the same settings as my H1 daily opportunity. Okay, I'm going to say in this template, Windows 2, 3, and 4, Windows 3, 4, and 5, okay, because they have Assessor, 8-hour report Assessor, and the AFPH have 5 windows. So, because it has window 2 already here. We don't have this in the other template because the other template doesn't give us 24-hour trading access. Only it's looking for a 5 o'clock trade. It's not looking for any other time frame. These templates give you the opportunity to trade any session, anytime, any day. So it does require additional data windows. Okay, but what we want is we want our moving averages that are above or below a reverse center line to be the same, okay? And to match up here. So once again, very quickly, our orange lines above reverse center line, we're only looking for cells. The system will only allow you to have cells. It will only approve those. So I've adjusted the online assessor to reflect that. Okay. Your PDF, if you follow it, basically you need to have your orange line above. Yeah. You'll just find the assessors probably a little bit more accommodating because I've adjusted lots for those people that use it. Okay. So good trades are very easy to see. Yeah, diamond extreme outside both the 1 hour and the 15. Orange lines come below. Price open below. Green everywhere, yeah? You'd expect it to go the opposite side. 15 minutes, 30 pip stop loss or channel. Trade management line would be 30 pips, 60 pips, 90 pips. And it didn't quite make 120. Okay, so opposite riverbank. So over here, from up here, you're only looking for cells. So very easy to identify. Here we had a trade that went down, orange line below. It's not going to let us in for a trade, not interested. Once again, it does draw a line of sand. You know, it doesn't really care if you miss out on some trades because it knows there's plenty of other trades that will give you the result without any discomfort and will give confidence. Okay, so it's all about attitude and confidence in trading. So this is 2020. So yep, so you can see 8-hour report, M15, January 2020, AFPH, and then our 5 p.m. trading. Okay. This is Aussie. I haven't quite worked out exactly what's the most optimal things, but obviously Aussie is not a 5 p.m. trading. It's a 10 o'clock trading, yeah? In daylight savings. So yeah, so once again, it's working to the strength of the currency you're trading. Okay, so yeah, so if there's no questions, this time is just about to end. I'll have this uploaded, and I will be posting to you via WhatsApp the PDF, the template and PDF. Okay, so and yeah, so once again, once you get the template, when you put it on, just be sure to go and take a screenshot and post it back to me so I can just eyeball it to make sure that it's displaying correctly and that you have what you require. Okay, so hopefully the webinar has shown you the positive energy that these templates exhibit and goes back We don't want every trade. We just want the trades that brings the bacon home without stress and fits in the lifestyle. Okay, so take care and talk to you